Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this video is just a compilation of the last previous topics that we have discussed about the set and set theory. So let's start. So basically, the first thing that we are discussing would be the set, and a set is just simply a group of well-defined objects. Ibig sabihin, these are just simply groups na meron silang specific na classifications. Kumbaga dapat pare-parehas sila. Okay? Having one element or having one thing within the group that is not part of that would be not considered as a set anymore. Okay? And then each member of the group is called as the element. So ito yung mga terms na ginagamit natin. So this would be each member of the group. So for example, we have this one. So punta na tayo sa next nating discussion, which is of course yung ating set notations. And this is how we actually write set. Ganito natin siya isulat. So for example, we have A. So of course, firstly, by definition, pagdating sa notations natin, itong capital letter A na yan, this capital letter A, this would be the name of the set. Okay? So it's usually denoted by capital letters. And then the next one, yung ating A, E, I, O, U, they are your yung letter E na ganyan, or these are called your elements. And elements are just simply each member of the group. Okay? And then of course, meron tayong mga other things that we can see here. Firstly, we have the equals. So the equals is just simply denoting what are the elements, contents, all elements. And of course, meron tayong ginagamit na tawag natin dito is yung braces. And each braces are just simply containing all the values of the elements. Or just simply all the elements. So yun yung ginagawa ng braces. It contains, contains all the elements. Ibig sabihin, sinasakop yung elements. So anything outside this one is not part of the group. Okay? I fix this one. Okay. And then the next one, meron tayong mga comma. Okay? The commas are just simply separators for each element. Ibig sabihin, each element is separated by commas. So kapag ganito yung nakita nyo, for example lang, set B is equals to A, E, I, O, U. Meaning A is one element, that's one. I is the second element, the third, and then the fourth. Okay? So meaning if there is no comma, it means that they are together. So please, if you want to write your elements separately, for example, gusto nyo separate si A, you write a comma between them. Okay? Next. So next, how do we even denote whether an element is part of that set? So for example, say we have set A again. So set A is equals to A, B, I, O, U. Okay. So for example, number 1, you're being asked, is B an element of set A? Okay, so of course it's not an element. So we actually write it like this: B is not an element, or like this, is not an element of set A. Because why? We know that the contents of set A is just simply A, E, I, O, and U. Okay. Also, we can write that 6 is not an element of set A. Why? Because of course 6 is not part of A. We can also write this A is an element of A. Why? Because we know that A, the small letter A, is part of this set A. So we actually have this the next symbol that we will be discussing, which is this one, the epsilon, or our letter E. So this actually is a comparison. So just like if you're familiar with 4 is greater than 2 and so on. So you're comparing whether 4 is greater than 2. But on this case, we are comparing whether A belongs. We are comparing whether A belongs to set A. Okay? So we actually have different methods of writing down sets. Okay? The very first method that we have, so that I'm going to write it down, of writing sets. The very first one is of course what you call the tabular. Tabular or roster method. In the tabular or roster method, it's just like a listing. You will list down all the elements of the set. So for example, we have set A. Set A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is the roster method, or you can actually list it down as this one: 1, 2, 3, up until 10. So long as you are listing or writing down your your elements, this is called the tabular or roster method. The next one is the set builder notation. Okay. Under set builder notation, you are actually using the symbol bar, or this one, a straight line, which is also read as such that. So itong symbol na yun is read as such that. Okay, yun yung base sa kanya. Okay, so in this case, we are giving a definition, a quality for our given values of the elements. So what do I mean by that? So for example, we have A is equals to X such that X are even numbers. So meaning, yung A daw, the value ng A natin is any value of X, wherein yung X natin may condition. And if we met the conditions, therefore, it's part of the element. Sabi daw dyan, X are even numbers. So if I will try to express this one as in roster method, the answer or the elements of that would actually be simply 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. So ibig sabihin, you just have to know yung elements mo whether it belongs to this given criteria. Kasi kapag ganito yung ginawa nyo, A is equals to 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, you have to ask yourself, ito bang lahat ng elements ba na to, it belongs to your given description or definition, which is of course ito nga, even number. So yes, of course 2 is an even number, 4 is an even number, 6 also, 8, but this one is not an even number. So therefore, mali na agad yung sagot mo. So again, in set builder notation, it's an easier way of representing your given set. So for example, again, say we have this one. A is equals to A, E, I, O, U. So if I will try to write this one using the set builder notation, I just simply have to write this. X such that X, ano yung definition ni X? Are vowels. Okay? They are all vowels. So I can check. A is a vowel, yes. Vowel, 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 and then vowel. Okay. So that is under the set builder notation. Again, set builder notation would be like this, ang structure niya. Okay? So, structure natin. A is equals to X such that X blank yung kanyang definition. and then close. Okay, so that is the structure for our set builder notation. Okay, so next one we will discuss the other kinds of set in our next discussion. So this is again just a simple definition of our set. Okay, thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi